My name is Klaus Fielsch and I'm a product manager for Metropolitan Touring in Mashpi Lodge.
Thank you for joining us today, Klaus, on the first day of World Travel Market here in London. And a big congratulations because Mashpi Lodge was recognised as South America's leading green hotel at the World Travel Awards not that long ago. So how does it feel to have won this prestigious award?
Well, this is a really, it's a big tribute to what has been done in Mashpi. And it has to do with working with the community. It has to do with using environmentally sensible materials and concepts in a place that is extremely fragile and is disappearing, which is the southern part of Chocó. It's a forest that very few people know, which used to be part of the Amazon until it split apart. And it is probably one of the areas with the highest biodiversity and less researched area. So having a property there, a large property that is environmentally sound and being recognized internationally, that is really something that we're very proud of.
Fantastic. And would you say that the trophies are useful for your marketing and your advertising?
Yes, it definitely is. I believe the World Travel Awards is something that does trigger attention worldwide when they see who is there. The properties that we compete with are truly amazing in terms of what they're doing. And to be leading for South America, it means that we are on the right track, and it definitely opens up a window for people to see what we're doing, and certainly to come and visit us.
And I know that Metropolitan Touring recently launched the first luxury island hopping safari in the Galapagos, is that correct?
Yes, island hopping has been in Galapagos for maybe a dozen years, if not more. But unlike Greece, where I understand this had its origins,
yes,
you do not have one island with a different culture, with a different tradition, with different last names, with different food from the other. There's only 4 islands that are populated with humans, so you do not have that comparison culturally. Galapagos is about nature. So what we've done here is we've produced an island hopping, we call it island-to-island hopping, that connects Isabela, a fantastic property in Isabela, with the Finch Bay Hotel on Santa Cruz. So you do have some of that cultural exposure. You have some of the most amazing landscapes of Galapagos, including getting to one of the largest craters in the world, Volcán Sierra Negra. You can cover 12 of the big 15. These are the most important species that you should see when you're going to the Galapagos Islands. So you have 80% of the most relevant species of Galapagos. And you do not lose in comfort and safety. You have fantastic properties and at a very, very interesting price. So we've been able to work this out in a very incredible price.
Win-win, a fantastic solution.
It's a win-win solution.
And how has it been received, this tour?
Well, it's been positively received. Ecuador has for over a dozen years the US dollar as a currency, and currently the dollar is strong. So traveling to Ecuador is still somewhat expensive if you compare it with other destinations. So to be able to provide...
Because it uses the US dollar?
Because it has the US dollar.
Yeah.
So any currency that has to match the dollar, at the moment it could be a bit expensive. So we're very, very keen about finding something that has very high standards of quality. What we think is very important, which is the wildlife exposure, and still have something that is not extraordinarily expensive. So that all of this came together with this new concept that we put out.
It's very exciting. And how would you promote yourself? I mean, what channels do you use to promote Mashpi, to promote Metropolitan Touring? Through social media, traditional marketing?
Well, we mostly go through the tour operators. We do not go directly to the public. It goes through the tour operators. So if you have a tour operator that runs Ecuador trips, you will find out that they probably have Mashpi as part of their portfolio. Mashpi and our island-to-island hopping in the Galapagos. So that's our channel. We go through the tour operators predominantly.
Perfect. And looking at with Mashpi, what's on offer at the property for our viewers, for our listeners? What's on offer at the property? You know, and also what's your biggest market? Is the UK important to Mashpi?
Yes, the UK is very important. I would say a majority of our visitors to Mashpi come from the UK, from Australia. We have a growing number of visitors from Australia. It's turned very, very popular for Australia. And we have the US, which is for Ecuador
Of
being
course.
on the same time zone. and
Same
just a
time
short
zone,
distance.
currency, but
Same currency.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of, so it's predominantly UK, Australia, US, that would be our majority.
And not to be too political, but do you think the impending Brexit will have an impact on potential UK tourists?
Yes, we have seen it when we've seen that some trips have been cancelled or delayed. When we asked, it has often been because of Brexit and the current situation that some people may delay the decision of long-haul travel. So yes, by all means, it has affected.
And Klaus, you mentioned the UK and the Australian markets are important. Any other up-and-coming markets you're targeting for the rest of this year and next year?
Those are our main markets. Europe, we always have an interest with the European market, and it is something that is growing in general. So other countries like Austria, Switzerland, Germany, and Holland, Belgium is rising. Their interest for these places and areas where there is environmentally sound practices and culturally and socially sound practices is something that is well received.
And we spoke about how you promote yourself across various marketing channels, but how do you sell the property? Is it through direct bookings or trade, or are events like World Travel Market important to you?
Yes, well, again, it depends on who the main operator is. In some cases, they package the Galapagos Islands together with Mashpi. It's a fantastic combination because you have the Chocó rainforest here and you've got the Galapagos Islands, and then you have the cultural heritage sites like Quito, for instance. So that is a perfect balance. Some others would like to include Peru and Galapagos and Ecuador, and now Colombia is also becoming a very, very popular, and they're all very, they combine very easily. They match perfectly. So we do get a lot of that, and we do have some guests that book directly because they have seen on BBC, on CNN, our exposure, and then they say, well, I'd like to be there. Mashpi was, even before we opened the doors, one of the 1,000 places to see before you die. It was on that list even before we opened the doors. So some people travel because of that.
Yeah, well, that's a fantastic marketing tool. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Klaus, and we wish you and Mashpi and Metropolitan Touring every continued success.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope to see you sometime soon in Mashpi.
I hope so. Thank you.